Day off, let's go. Ugh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Welcome to my day in the life video here. I'm Joe Parker. Now, residents of the Mesa love their outdoor time and their outdoor space. With all this wildlife, you can hear that blue jay chirping up above. Now, the Mesa has a lot of different little sections to it. Now, the areas below Cliff Drive, you have West and East Mesa, also known as the Marine Terrace. These areas have this great strikeability to the beach and to the bluff, to the preserves. So being that we are in that location, I'm gonna show you, if this was your neighborhood, what it would be like to walk out your front door and see some of the amenities that are right here. Now, most of the neighborhoods on the Mesa do have these sidewalks, so you could have really a nice, comfortable, safe place to walk, especially if you have dogs, get out of the road. And these access points are spread out to a few different areas where you could get out here on the Wilcox property or the Douglas Family Preserve, as it's now referred to. But this space is a really incredible asset that a lot of local community members use. Not only residents who are lucky enough just to walk over to it, but also people who live in the community that drive to this neighborhood in order to come experience it. So this is what it looks like. As you get out here, you can see a few community members there enjoying the nature walk. And as you could tell, there's no shortage of trails, beautiful trees. And if you follow this, it will take you all the way down to Hendry's Beach, also known as Arroyo Burro Beach, which we're not going to go today, but just to show you the extensiveness of these trails and what you have access to. You could just stay and walk trails, or you could make it a destination hike and get all the way down to Arroyo Burro Beach. As you can see here from the map, we're up here and you could hike all the way down here. This is great. There's all kinds of trail access along here as well that gets you around here. So a lot of different things you could do and see just by being next to this park. So maybe after your coffee and some time on the front porch, you come over here to Douglas Preserve and take a walk with the dog. Or maybe you go down to Mesa Lane Beach instead. Let's go check that out. All right, I'm walking up Mesa Lane Beach. You can see behind me here, it's known for this little median with gigantic eucalyptus, and it ends at Mesa Lane Beach. So we're on Mesa Lane. Turn the camera around there so you could get a little lay of the land. So as you can see here, another one of the assets to the neighborhood, the Mesa life, especially all these ones that are walkable to it. But even if you're not walkable, like for this video, I could have walked over here, but to save time, I jumped in the car and it took me like a minute. And I could see people that live on the Mesa doing that as well. You know, maybe they want to drive over here because you want to bring a few of your goods with you or something, or maybe you just want to save your legs for the steps, because the steps down to this beach are intense. There's a lot of them, but this is such a cool little spot and so easy to miss if you don't know it's here. You know, if you're driving along Mesa Lane, you got Mesa Lane steps down to the beach and you could easily drive by it without noticing it. All right, there we go. I'm halfway down. I had to stop just to give you a little lay of the land here. That's why some people may choose to drive to this beach, because I'm only halfway down these steps, and if you got beach gear or surf gear, it is a trek. But look at this cool little pit stop bench with a Robert Emmons poetry book waiting for us. Always a nice feature of the community. All right, made it down to the beach, and this is what Mesa Lane Beach is looking like at a high tide. And that's one thing a Mesa resident is gonna clue into, are the tides. If they're a beach goer, you're gonna wanna know what the tides are doing, because a lot of the beaches on the Mesa tend to be more like a wet beach. A wet beach is something that at high tide, there's like no beach left. So you can see behind me here, a lot of the water's going all the way up to the edge of the cliff, and that's taking out everything that would be sand to enjoy your beach day on. So that's something that a lot of residents on the Mesa, if you're having a day in the life and you're planning a beach day, you're probably gonna check the tides and find out what they're doing. There are plenty of beaches in Santa Barbara that aren't influenced and have plenty of sand, like East Beach, which is not far from the Mesa. So if it is a high tide day, you're gonna find a place to hang out. Maybe just not some of these beaches like this one right here, Mesa Lane Beach. All right, so Lazy Acres has got an amazing selection when it comes to lunch, because they have poke, they got a hot bar, salad bar. So great place for everybody because you could get all kinds of food to choose from. This is what I was talking about. The poke bar, amazing. Build your own, or you could do grab and go. And I like this salad bar because everybody could just pick out what they like and build it. So that's really nice. Tons of soup. You know, you probably have like 6 different soups there to choose from. There's the hot food. And then some more hot food and taco bar. Also, deli, if you want to order some sandwiches or some pre-made salads or something. And key to know, restroom right there. So if you're on the Mesa and you need to get into a restroom, all right, I made it back to the table here, and this is what the little dining area is like here at Lazy Acres. And there's Lighthouse Coffee across the way. There's a CVS, a bunch of other restaurants, including a Blenders in the Grass, great smoothies, Mesa Burger, Corner Tap, killer Mexican food, Roses, Mesa Cafe. So a lot to choose from when you're in the Mesa neighborhood. What's your name?
I'm Raj.
Raj.
Oh, it's a real handshake.
Joe.
That's what I like, a real connection.
There you are, brother.
We ain't busting knuckles here.
All right.
Bless you, brother.
All right, bless you too, Raj.
Namaste, Agape.
Namaste. All right, so day in the life of living on the Mesa may include going to your gym, and let's say you're a member of Swell right behind me here. This happens to be the gym that I go to. I love it. It's really like a spa workout place. They got a pool. They've got a juice bar, acai bowls, smoothies, everything. Really bitchin' setup. So I'm gonna show you what it's like. These steps are super steep. This really cool bar set up here. This is where you get smoothies and everything. And then I'll tell you some of the best ice in town. The crushed ice coming out of that machine, but they got this cool coffee set up. I never see anyone in there. Cardio room, but they do have some weights out here. And then what I like is that they've got this setup out here. So you got weights, machines, and it overlooks the pool. That's where I like to work out. A few laps, and it's got this really cool jacuzzis there. Plenty of chairs, tables with umbrellas, and the mountain views. In fact, there's actually one more level out here. This used to be a racket club, so it was like a racquetball club. This is the 3rd level. And you know, we're in the not too crowded here. Plenty of weights to push around, pick up and put down. Boom, look at that. And this is the view from Swell. This is why, I mean, it's kind of an expensive club, all things considered, but when you think about it, you could do yoga, hip hop, you know, Pilates costs extra, but the jacuzzi, steam room, sauna, cold plunge, it really, like, you start realizing it's more than just a gym, you know, it's like a spa, recreation, social club. So this is, if you're living on the Mesa, I'm pretty sure this could be a place that you would join. I'm doing some class in there. Another little weight room in there, pretty cool. And then a little stretching room in here. Now, life on the Mesa, maybe after a day at the spa, or as it's commonly known, the Santa Barbara Athletic Club, you may find yourself over here at the beach at sunset, where, as you see behind me, the Mesa, all right there, Ledbetter Point right there. And let me turn this around. Now, in addition to a great place to get active along the bike path, the harbor is also loaded with some really cool eating establishments, like the Breakwater restaurant right here. Great spot for breakfast or lunch. They also have ice cream, so you could get a cone while you come out and walk along the harbor. And as you can see, it's perfectly set up for pedestrians to roam. You could watch the fishermen unload the sea urchin when it comes in, the uni. Looks like they could be doing some right now, but this is the neighbor of the Mesa, so it's important to note that it's really an extension of living on the Mesa. And so as a resident of the Mesa, I'm typically going to use all of this as my backyard, as the place where I recreate, where I interact with the community. And as you can see here, some people having dinner there in their pirate costumes. Very festive, but more dining, Anchor Rows, maritime museums up there as well, so get a little bit of history. And then my personal favorite right up here is Brophy Brothers. Incredible spot, legendary, the OG. Great place to look out at this view while you have some of the best clam chowder, some of the best Bloody Marys. I love the fried calamari, and the fried clams is amazing. So much good seafood. Look at these guys. And then also some sushi here is really good. And then this is where you get a couple of these piers that will sometimes give you an opportunity to see them unload. Looks like they might have just did that. But also on the weekends you could walk down here to get fresh seafood. They have a seafood farmers market, fisherman's market. They also have on the alley down there is an extension of Brophy Brothers. So if Brophy's is too crowded and you don't have time, but you want to get some of their clam chowder or their really good garlic Caesar dressing, you could easily do that at On the Alley. And that's a counter walk up, grab your food, and then bring it over here to the Breakwater, which has a really cool walkway lined with these flags, and it goes out to the Sandspit Point. But this is one of my favorite little features in Santa Barbara. Look at this little guy, a gift from, I think, an artist in Puerto Vallarta. They have one as well. But cool little seahorse looking out. And there's the yacht club, if you want to join that. Incredible social scene. You know, they do barbecues, they have the Wet Wednesday races, so that's where you'd be hanging out if you join that social club and you want to be a part of the yacht club. Again, as I get out here, I'll just give you the lay of the land one last time here. Day in the life on the Mesa resident. There we go, the Mesa, right over there. All right, well, there you go, day in the life. If you're living in the Mesa, I'm Joe Parker with the Santa Barbara Group, Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate. I'm making these videos to help you guys understand what Santa Barbara's all about and hopefully this gives you a little bit more insight on what it would be like to live here in Santa Barbara and have a house on the Mesa. If you want to talk more about those plans, please hit me up. I'll have all my contact information in the description below. Feel free to reach out via text or a call, or subscribe to make sure you stay current on all the videos I'm making about Santa Barbara, so you could get all the insights from a local. Joe Parker, the Santa Barbara Group, Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate.